Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So, this video is going to cause some controversy, alright? But I'm going to explain exactly why I won't fight and die for this country anymore. I won't fight and die in America. I won't do it for America. I won't do it. And, you know, there was a point in time where I definitely thought about, why don't you join the military? I've got to get this all the fucking time. Why don't you join the military? Why don't you do this? Why didn't you do that? There's a lot of reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why I ended up not joining. Why I won't fight, join, and die for this country. Number one being, look how we treat our veterans. Look how we treat our veterans. Where are all our veterans that fought in Iraq, and where are all our veterans that fought in Afghanistan? What happens to the people that join the military? What happens to people that go to war? What happens to people that join the army? What happened to all the people that served in Iraq, right? Well, you could say some of them were taken care of, right? Some of them were taken care of. A lot of them were not taken care of. A lot of them got their legs blown off. Maybe they're missing an eye. A lot of them got their hands blown off. A lot of them can't hear, have chronic tinnitus like I have. They're not able to work anymore due to chronic PTSD. They're not able to provide a roof for themselves anymore. Again, because that could be maybe they went blind during the war, shrapnel got in their eyes or whatever. The variety of reasons, but the big reason why is because we don't take care of our veterans. We don't care about them. We don't care about our veterans, and that's evident in the fact of how many veterans are on the street right now. All right, homeless, begging. All right, some of them got into drugs. Yes, of course. There's always going to be those ones that they had a drug addiction because of the war, right? But we should have been taking care of them to begin with. At the same time, we should have been taking care of them. We should have been getting them the proper medical treatment, the proper psychological treatment, proper therapy, proper care, all right? For there to be this amount, this many veterans on the street, right? Homeless, addicted to drugs, speaks volumes about our country. It speaks volumes about our country and the state in which we leave our own veterans on the street dying without money. That's a big reason why I won't fight for this country. Because look at how we treat the people who fought for this country. Look at how we treat them. Where are they now? So, another reason why I won't support this country, why I won't fight in this country, is because there's nothing, our generation has really nothing to fight for. We don't have anything to fight for, our generation, millennials, especially the Generation Z, especially Gen Z. What do we have to fight for? What are we dying for? What if we were all told that we had to go to war right now? All right? How many would do it? Raise your hand. Like, tell me. Put a comment down below. How many would do it? How many would fight for America? And ask me, if you are going to fight for America, tell me why you're going to fight for America. Tell me why you're going to die for America. What has America given you so far? What do you have here? What does the average millennial and Gen Z have? What do you have? You have no money. You have no house, you have no wife, you don't have kids, you don't have even a decent car if you have a car at all. You live with a bunch of roommates. You buy your food that you can barely afford, but you buy it anyway. You might put it on credit cards if you're lucky to have a credit card and a decent credit score that allows you to take out a credit card. All right? You go to work every single day to make pennies on the dollar and go home and every single week every 2 weeks you get your check and you realize you're still broke. What do you have? What do you have to fight for at the end of the day? Serious question. What do you have? Because every single time I look at my check, that number doesn't mean anything. If the buying power isn't worth, if it is next to nothing, that number does not mean anything when the buying power is nothing. When the buying power doesn't buy you, when the buying power is so low that $1,000 today is literally like half or less of what it was 10 years ago, when the buying power is that low, when food is so high, when the cost of gas and rent and everything is so damn high, and you have to distract yourself with mindless things like bullshit, right? At least everybody has a smartphone, right? We can distract ourselves with TikTok videos of people dancing, TikTok videos of people doing stupid shit, right? Mindless YouTube videos, you know, talking about the latest movie review or whatever other bullshit, right? At least we have that to distract ourselves, right? Oh, we got weed and we got alcohol we can drink to numb the pain to the kingdom come, right? Look at all the great things that we have. Freedom. You're not free. You don't have anything to fight for. You don't have anything to die for. What do you have? What do you have? What do you have? I know most of the people on my channel don't even have, if you're watching this, I know a lot of people, I shouldn't say more. I know a lot of the people on my channel have parents who don't give a shit about them, family that doesn't give a shit about them. I get so many comments of you guys saying the same shit. A lot of us don't even have fucking family that gives a shit about us. We know that the government doesn't give a shit about us if they were to send us to war. We know that any kind of promises or anything that they tell us that we're going to receive in the end for dying for this country is going to be in vain. We're not going to get it. The people who have fought in World War II to give us the freedom, to give us democracy in America, would be rolling in their fucking graves right now if they were to see the state that this country is in. And I don't care if I lose subscribers. I might lose subscribers for this. I might lose subscribers for this. But many of you know it's damn well true that if the people that died, of all the Americans and all the people that died in World War II to protect this country, to protect democracy, or the democracy we once had, saw the state in which this country was in right now, this soon-to-be fascist country with a dictator, this soon-to-be country, this country that is literally collapsing in front of our eyes, if they were to see the state of this country, if they were, let's just all say they came back from the dead, they would immediately keel over right away again if they were to see the state of this country that it's in currently right now. And really, I'm serious, and I know a lot of you would agree with me, because this is not what they fought for. This is not what they died for. This is not what they spilled blood for. For the rich, elites, and powerful to control every single thing in our lives, everything in our lives, for everybody to be struggling, to be suffering, without money, without time, a lot of us without family, without anything, struggling day by day to survive. Is this the American dream that they fought for? Is this freedom? Is this the American dream, or is this the freedom that they fought for, that they died for? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. You know, last reason why I won't fight and die for this country is that, besides all of that, America just doesn't care very much about its system, about its citizens. It doesn't care about its citizens. It doesn't invest in its citizens, and that shows in the infrastructure. That shows that everything around you, that from the streets to the buildings to the fucking light poles to everything that you see around you. America does not care whether or not you live. America does not care that the government does not care. That they take more and more taxes out of your paycheck every single year and spends it on God knows what, because we don't really know what all the government spends it on. You can go to the government website and see, but how do you really know for certain what they're spending on? Well, we know one thing. We know they're not spending it on anything for the infrastructure. Everything looks like dog shit. There's potholes everywhere. There are, shitty looking buildings everywhere. Everything's like it's stuck in the 80s and 70s. If you look at China, look at how China looks like. Look at how Japan looks like. There are, America loves to call every other country third world. But really, look at places like China. Look at places like Japan. There are countries that look far more advanced than us. Far more. By like 30 years. Like China's like 30 years ahead of, Japan is like 20, 30 years ahead of us. Their entire infrastructure, I believe it was China or Japan, right now they're getting ready for a complete and total rehaul of the infrastructure. I think it was China because they're introducing AI. China, I believe it was, is going to completely dominate the AI space. And it's going to require apparently a lot of data centers. So what's China doing? Well, China is, adding more power grids, adding more generators, making sure that there's enough power to generate these databases that are going to be utilizing AI. That's what China's doing right now. What are we doing? How is our infrastructure going how is our infrastructure and how is the AI that these companies are investing, like Facebook investing billions upon billions upon billions of dollars into? How are they gonna beat a country like China that's investing in their infrastructure? Look at do you think our infrastructure, you think our power grid is ready for something like AI? Like the massive amount of power that it's going to use? I don't think it is. I don't think the government, is willing to spend the money ever to improve our infrastructure. They're certainly not willing to spend the money on universal health care, something that we probably should have had long ago. Not like other countries, like every other developed nation in this world has universal health care. We have to pay out the ass for it, right? We have to pay out the ass for universal health care. We have to pay out the ass for medical costs, for hospital bills, we have to pay out the ass for fucking everything. What are we getting? We're just paying more and more and more taxes, and everything looks like shit every year. It looks worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And we just keep thinking, well, the government's going to eventually use our money for something good, right? For what? For what? I'm tired. I'm tired of the government pissing away our money. I'm tired of the government making excuses. I'm tired of the government. I'm tired of all these clowns in office every single year, right versus left, Democrat versus Republican, conservative versus progressive, this and this and that. When are people going to wake up and just realize that your side doesn't fucking matter? Your side is as useful as it's like betting on the fucking Super Bowl. All right, it's rigged. It's rigged. It's like betting on the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. All right, it's already been decided. Just like your future, it's already been decided by the government. It's already been decided by all these labels, by the Democrats, the conservatives, Republicans, progressive, all these people. It's all been decided at one big table. And one big club, and you're not in it. Just like George Carlin says, it's one big table, it's one big club, and you're not in it. And it's already been decided by them. And as soon as it's decided, they raise their champagne glasses like this, and they make a toast, and they laugh in your face about it on the news. They watch the news. They see all of you. They laugh in your face as they're looking down upon you. As they're laughing at the fact that you're not going to get anything. That your life is going to continue to get worse. And that you were fooled once again every 48 years, just like all of you seem to be fooled every 48 years, believing that this is going to change. So that's why I won't fight and die for this country. I'm done. I'm done working for nothing. I'm done living to work. I'm not working to live. I'm living to work. I'm done moving around from apartment to house to this to that, living with random people I barely know. I'm fucking over it. I'm saving as much money as I can within the next year and a half, and I'm fucking out. And no, it's not going to be perfect everywhere. It's not. It's not. Every country has its flaws. But at least there are countries out there that value their citizens. At least there are countries out there that trust, that at least there are countries out there that value their citizens. At least there's, there are countries where you can trust in at least some of the things that the government does. At least some of the things. I would trust that you're going to be somewhat taken care of. Here, there's no safety net. There used to be somewhat safety net with Medicare and all. Trump's stripping all these benefits away. Nobody's getting any benefits anymore. So good luck. Hopefully you can scrape enough money up. Hopefully you can continue living in America while you're gonna struggle and continue getting poorer. And then one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna go to the supermarket and ground beef and a tomato is going to be $25. Ground beef is going to be $50 a package for a 2-pound package. And you're going to wish you would have. You're going to wish you would have left. You're going to wish you would have left. Excuse me. You're going to wish you would have left while you still could have. Because these prices are creeping up and up and up and up and up and up and up. It's just getting worse. So, thank you for everybody who watched the video. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment down below. And please, guys, I'm not saying this country is the worst in the world. All right? I'm still an American at the end of the day. I still have American pride. And I still have, this inkling of hope that, like, maybe, just maybe, things could get better. But I know that's not probable anymore. I've seen the writing on the wall at this point. I'd very much like for things to get better. Nobody at the end of the day really wants to leave their country. They do it out of necessity. Just like that Ukrainian girl that came over here. They do it out of that was in the news. They do it out of necessity. If I could live here, I would not be moving. If I could have a house, eventually have a wife or something, or get married, or like anything if I could have anything of significance, even just a house and a dog, and just have enough money to save. Forget even like the wife or everything. If I could just have a decent place to live, enough money in the bank, a decent paying job, I would be fine. But there comes a time where you just have to face the facts, okay? I'm getting poorer every day. You're probably getting poorer every day, unless you're a millionaire. We're all getting poorer every day in this country. And the more people that wake up to this right and left, this conservative and Republican and Democrat, progressive, the more people that wake up and realize that they're all in the same club, laughing in your face, making all the decisions that affect your life directly and only benefit theirs, the sooner that we can actually rise up. We can actually rise up, as a country and take this country back from the people who have stolen it from us. And I'd like to believe that could happen in this lifetime, but I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Again, leave a like. Sorry, I got distracted. Leave a like if you liked it. Put a comment down below. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.